something God has just laid on my heart now is that I can't grow if I'm comfortable. And my life, I am in a sort of situation where I am in God's hands completely. What happens after this season of my life is up to God. Where I live next is up to God. How I get my finances is up to God. What happens with this channel, it's up to God. Like what happens with everything around me, the people in my life, it's up to God. And that is hard. It is not an easy thing for me to trust people. So trusting in God is obviously needed, and I do trust him, but it's not easy. And you know, it's necessary though. I do trust in God. You know, I know that he has brought me this far and he's not going to leave me. He hasn't led me this far in this direction and path in my life to just be like, see ya, you're on your own now. You did it, now it's just you. Goodbye. He's not gonna do that. He hasn't done it, he won't do it. Because he is a loving father and he sees me and he sees you. And he knows the plans he has for you. He has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. It's Jeremiah 29:11. And yeah, I think for me, I was a little bit discouraged today just with life. And I mean, just looking back at my life and how it was before everything happened compared to now. It's not easy. It's not a good thing for us to do. I think Paul says in the Bible somewhere, forgetting what is behind, striving towards what is ahead. We can't focus on the past. We can't. I can't. I know that now with my life is very different from a few years ago. I am very different from a few years ago. So what I have been doing is trying to live day by day. Focusing on my life right now, where I am right now. Trying my best to be obedient to God and trust in him. That's all I can really do. But yeah, it's not easy trusting in God, but it's necessary and it's worth it because he's not gonna lie to you. He doesn't lie. He doesn't do it. Okay, so you just gotta persevere, trust him, and continue to be obedient. And if you're in a season of waiting, know that you are not alone. You're not alone, but it's worth it. You know, it's necessary to just be still and be where God needs you to be, even if it's not where you want to be. God's still going to use that time to grow you, you know, to be with you. So just trust him. Easier said than done, but so worth it. Let God use you. You have to be open to letting God use you, even if it means that you're going to be uncomfortable. You may not want to do what he's calling you to do, but you just got to trust him. You just got to trust him. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I encourage you to try to do too, if you're not already, because yeah, he's not going to leave you or forsake you. There's nothing God can't do. He loves you. He's got the best interest in store